Hi Gilbert, I'm Gilbert Mayor Jen Daniels, and today is our 100th birthday. We're so happy to be celebrating with you. It isn't quite the celebration that we had planned, but it's not going to stop us from highlighting some of the terrific Gilbert stories and amazing Gilbert people. This is Gilbert Good News. We begin GGN with a shout out to so many of our incredible community leaders. When the pandemic started to impact our community, so many of you stepped up to help. It was incredible to watch, and we are just really grateful that in the face of uncertainty and change, so many of you have been stepping up to help. Just like this young woman who offered to do all of the grocery shopping for an elderly couple afraid to risk entering the store. Or these residents offering up free toilet paper and paper towels. Remember when those items were so hard to find? Or this little boy showing his appreciation for all our public servants. And when one of our street sweepers came across that thank you, he decided that part of the street didn't actually need cleaning after all. The thank yous didn't stop there. Gilbert showed their appreciation for public safety, public work employees, and healthcare workers. And we continue to work toward making Gilbert a welcome place for everyone. Did you know that the Gilbert Water Tower didn't always have the iconic look and feel that it does today? As a student, John Asher Himes took it upon himself to refurbish the water tower, and I had a chance to talk directly with John. Tell me about how you really got involved and maybe what your early experiences living in Gilbert were like.
Sure. Gilbert is one of the best places in the nation to grow up. It brings back so many memories of running barefoot on the hot pavement, which I know it sounds crazy, but I'm currently in Los Angeles. I go back and forth. Like I said, the best place in the nation to grow up.
You embarked on an Eagle Scout project that at the time was actually a pretty controversial thing. Were you anticipating that the restoration of the water tower was going to be, at all controversial?
Gilbert was under such a transition in the early 2000s. The water tower was originally painted with a lead-based paint, so it became kind of a hazard to keep it. So they were deciding whether or not to invest into it more or just tear the whole thing down. An Eagle Boy Scout project actually normally totals an average of 125 hours of labor, whereas this project with everybody involved totaled 1,064 hours of labor.
Wow.
Around 250 people gave their time, money, and labor to the project. So we're talking business owners, we're talking community people, Boy Scouts, all sorts of people came together to really make it happen. It really was a community effort. And I was 15 at the time. I'm 33 now. So for them to allow me to be a part of such a movement, which I believe changed the trajectory of Gilbert, is really such an honor.
Yeah, absolutely. This is really the symbol of the community that you can't live anywhere without water, and you really can't live anywhere without being connected to the people. I'm really grateful for your effort. I'm really grateful that even as a young individual of our community that you recognized and could feel what I call the spirit of Gilbert. Something that I think is really special about this community is the way so many people jump in to serve. You're one of them, John, so thank you.
Oh, thank you. And it was an honor to serve.
Sonia Ruiz had a chance to share with me her upbringing right here in Gilbert. We know you have an amazing family, Sonia, and deep, deep roots in Gilbert. Tell me maybe the family history version of how your family came to Gilbert.
My maternal grandparents, Dolores Eran and Santiago Quintero, were married in 1929. In 1930, they had their first child, which was my mother, Juanita. And that same year, 1930, my grandfather acquired property in Sonora Town by trading a horse and a silver saddle and built 2 rooms with $150.
You're one of the grandkids of that family. Tell me about maybe some early childhood memories growing up in Gilbert.
Everyone was very friendly. We grew up with a lot of different families. Gilbert looks really different now. For example, growing up, when we went to the Liberty Market, it was actually a market, not the restaurant bistro that it is today. There was a homecoming bonfire. Of course, we looked forward every year to Gilbert Days, to the parade, My family still does that. There's this corner that they go to. And just to show you how small it was, my oldest sister, the oldest sibling, she graduated in 1972 and her class had 84 students.
You guys and your grandparents were part of this. You built a city really from the desert, like a rural desert area. And so can you tell me a little bit about how work was valued as a family, and also how, you really saw that embodied in your family's story?
Oh my goodness, yeah. My dad was a very hardworking man. He definitely instilled in us the importance of education, working. I think every generation wants the next generation to do better.
Yeah.
So, starting with, a man who traded, a horse and, a silver saddle for, some property. Kind of cool.
That's an incredible story, because it just shows that they sacrificed to put down roots that have benefited your family for generations. I love what that means. I'm reminded daily at the hard work of building community. It didn't happen by accident. It's because of families like yours that I get to be here enjoying this community and then doing my part to ensure that future generations have that same opportunity.
Thank you so much for inviting my family, and I feel very honored to represent them and to be able to share our stories with you.
As Gilbert celebrates its 100th birthday, one special Gilbert resident is also celebrating his 100th birthday. Marty Sherbico is a World War II veteran who served in Pearl Harbor. He was a machinist who worked on parts for the lunar lander, and today his bread making hobby is famous in our community.
You gotta have a hobby. That is the most important thing. This is a rye bread. I'm more busy now than when I was working, because I got all this other irons in the fire, makes it interesting,
We wish you a very happy 100th birthday, Marty. Throughout the last several months, we've been able to share inspirational moments with members of our community. And it was a great moment when Officer Paul Alvanese of the Gilbert Police Department serenaded us during the stay-home order.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the world is rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, just remember what your old pal said. Oh, you got a friend in me.
I did my best to do my part serenading the community as well, with some of our town team members singing "I'll Be There For You." Inspired by ESPN's Michael Jordan documentary, The Last Dance, our Gilbert Police and Fire Departments went head-to-head in a dunking competition. It even drew the attention of one of our favorite teams, the Phoenix Suns, who came to show their appreciation with a donut delivery. And now it's time for weather. There's someone else in our community that has an incredible heart of gold, and that is former Mayor John Lewis, who I had the chance to interview just the other day. Good afternoon, John Lewis, a former mayor of Gilbert. We're so excited. You are my mentor and my friend. So great to see your face. Where are you?
Instead of saying good afternoon back, I'm saying, it's first thing in the morning in Cambodia. And I can still say another great day in Gilbert is happening.
You were the mayor for nearly 8 years and a period of tremendous growth and I think a lot of change in Gilbert. I would imagine every decade probably feels that way in this community, but tell me about the changes that you saw in Gilbert over the time that you were the mayor.
It was high growth, emphasis on economic development, the freeway coming through the heart of Gilbert, and then downtown just exploding. And people continue to have future ideas of how to make Gilbert a great place to be, and that continues. And so watching that the last 15 years with you has been exciting.
For you, what really makes Gilbert the unique place that now almost 260,000 people call home, and that we get to talk about a 100th year birthday? What makes Gilbert unique in this sense?
It's probably not just one thing, but that phrase, clean, safe, and vibrant, has always described Gilbert so well for me, and that comes to mind. But it's a family-oriented community that welcomes individuals, and so together we make a great community team.
Thanks so much. I couldn't agree with you more, and I appreciate so much the years of service. So thank you, and thanks for doing the interview today.
And to you and other leaders of the past 100 years, thank you. Akun Shadaan.
Oh, I like it. Thanks. It's definitely a momentous occasion for our community, but it's not really a birthday without a party. So today we're hosting a virtual party with some of our youngest residents, complete with cake and a few surprises. Hi kids! We're so excited to celebrate Gilbert's birthday with each and every one of you. You are an important part of Gilbert's future, and we can't wait to see what the future holds for you. All right, let's celebrate!